home with Amy Sedaris. What a treat to spend 21 minutes at a time inside the brightly lit, slightly unhinged mind of Amy Sedaris. This bizarre and downright delightful series casts the comic genius as the star of her own lifestyle homemaking program, like Martha Stewart from a parallel dimension. Simple themes for crafting and cooking spin into absurd, comic tangents. Entertaining on a budget leads her to befriending a hobo played by Rachel Dratch in one episode, and, in another, a date night concept leads her to a hilariously disgusting reenactment of the pottery scene from Ghost with Nick Kroll. And then there's fan favorite The Lady Who Lives in the Forest, perpetually contemptuous of her partner Esther. They're all part of the insular, cohesive world that Sedaris has created, where the cheery and the surreal can PC coexist under the same roof. CB Red Oaks. On paper, Red Oaks should have been a smash. Steven Soderbergh produced it. David Gordon Green, Hal Hartley and Amy Heckerling directed it. It starred Richard Kind, Jennifer Grey, Craig Roberts, and Paul Reiser. It had all the 1980s nostalgia of Stranger Things, but without any of the cloying jackhammer references. It was funny, strange and touching. And nobody watched it. Perhaps it didn't help that it was on Amazon Prime, a service that now essentially acts as a receptacle for endless grand tour trailers. Perhaps it could often be too weird for its own good, the season 1 body swap episode being a perfect example. Perhaps it didn't fit anyone's expectations neatly enough. Whatever the reason, it never caught on, and this year's 6-part finale passed by almost completely unnoticed. It's a crying shame that Red Oaks never received the attention it deserved. It was an intelligent, beautiful, hilarious series, and if you can stomach all the grand tier trailers, you should definitely go back and luxuriate in it. Great news. It's high times on the small screen for women in the workplace, between the underrated younger and the bold type, both female-focused shows that feature unexpected female bosses. Same with sophomore comedy Great News, which after finding its stride midway through its rookie campaign has emerged as one of the funniest network sitcoms since Happy Endings, and you get the sense it's only getting better. Briga Heelan's Katie Wendelson is the producer at the center of a cadre of weirdos and egomaniacs working at a cable news network, none zanier than Nicole Richie's self-involved anchor Portia Scott Griffith. The jokes range from non-sequiturs to acutely topical. Behold Tina Fey's 7-episode arc this season as Diana St. Tropez, an ascendant network head who is trying to get accused of UL harassment in order to score an O'Reilly-sized payout. I just want what the men get $40 million to go away, but it's the breakneck pace of the joke that ensures repeat viewings. Created by 30 Rock alumna Tracy Wickfield, it may never outrun comparisons to Faye's other madcap workplace comedy about the production of a live TV show, but there are worse crosses to bear. Strangers and Airbnb drama might sound like a torturous slog that only a techwad could get excited about, but Strangers stood out as perhaps Facebook's best original content in 2017. Similar to High Maintenance and Approach, each weekend, Airbnb host played by Zoe Chu has a rooning with her guests. Some are spiky a tech pro looking for tips on his screenplay, and horrific others ask her to partake in a threesome. Dubbed a lesbian comedy when it first aired, showrunner Mia Lidovsky was quick to point out she was actually trying to depict bisexuality on screen, as Chu's character starts a relationship with a woman after cheating on her boyfriend. The 7-episode run features an impressive list of cameos, including turns for Jemima Kirk and Jermaine Clement, that give a prestigious feel to the sometimes scrappy show. First Dates, the American version of the British-born show First Dates, has everything you might expect from a reality show and a first date: awkwardness, genuine moments of connection, and moral judgment of the person talking. Produced by Ellen DeGeneres, and narrated by Drew Barrymore, the queen of everything gushy and romantic, it shows couples meeting at Chicago's now-defunct MK restaurant for drinks, dinner and, of course, confessional-style introspection, both alone and with their date. Unlike The Bachelor, 90 Day Fiancé and other shows that offer as their premise extreme romancing, First Dates focuses simple, and the result, often sweet: two people meeting with the hope for something more. That said, some of the best moments come not from the couples that click, but the ones that don't. A thrice-divorced Steve Buscemi look-alike on a date with a woman who's never been in a relationship and he'll never love again. Black man with an Anna Nicole Smith type looking for chocolate. Come for the drama, stay for the love. KM Review always seemed too singular and strange to ever be a success, so we probably should just be happy to have had 3 seasons of Andy Daly's high-concept comedy. Its final run stretched the show's loopy premise, guileless, waspy 50s style like Forrest McNeil daily experiences, and then gives a star rating to anything and everything suggested to him by members of the public, leading a cult, euthanizing a pet, being Helen Keller, losing his family, friends and quite possibly his sanity in the process, to new absurd, masochistic, and occasionally poignant highs. Daly continued to develop what might have been a one-note character into one of the most layered, tragic and occasionally monstrous figures on television, and perhaps most impressively of all, it offered that rarest of things, a truly great ending. 5 stars GM.